Unmarried women can't parachute on Sundays. Apparently, jumping out of a plane unmarried on the Lord's Day is just too scandalous for the state of Florida. Back in the day, if you were a single gal trying to skydive on a Sunday, you could be fined or arrested. I guess Florida feared the power of a strong, independent woman falling from the sky. You can't sing in public while wearing a swimsuit. That's right, no serenading your sunscreen bottle while rocking a bikini. If you're in public and in a swimsuit, keep your mouth shut and your beach ball inflated, because apparently spontaneous beachside karaoke is a crime. It's illegal to sell your children. Now look, obviously this should be illegal everywhere, but the fact that Florida had to explicitly write it into law says a lot more about Florida than it does about the law. Who was out here trying to Craigslist their kids? Doors to public buildings must open outward. This one makes sense for emergencies, but it still feels like one of those laws someone yelled into existence after running into a door at a county fair. Classic Florida safety, but make it clumsy. Men can't wear strapless dresses. This one feels like it was written in the throes of a 1950s identity crisis. Florida said, cross-dressing? Not in my state. Sorry, fellas. Better keep your evening gowns modest and your drag brunches fully zipped. If an elephant is left tied to a parking meter, the parking fee has to be paid just as it would for a car. This is not a joke. Someone actually parked their elephant downtown one too many times and the city said, okay, but at least feed the meter. Florida, where wildlife and bureaucracy collide. No skateboarding without a license in some cities. Some Florida towns require skateboarders to get a license. Because obviously the biggest danger on the streets isn't hurricanes or gators. It's Chad on a skateboard doing kickflips outside Walgreens. It's illegal to imitate animals in public in Miami. If you've ever drunkenly mooed at a stranger in Miami, congrats! You may be a criminal. The law bans public animal impersonations, because there's nothing more disruptive than a grown man pretending to be a flamingo on South Beach. You must pay for the parking meter if you tie a goat to it, like the elephant law, but budget-friendly. Florida really said, every animal is a potential vehicle, no exceptions. No farting in public after 6 p.m. on Thursdays. This gem allegedly existed in a local ordinance. While probably not enforced anymore, it's very on-brand for Florida to have a designated fart curfew. Flatulence regulation? Only in the land of oranges and confusion. Women electrocuted in the bathtub with beauty appliances may not be buried in consecrated ground. Truly bizarre. This law reads like something ripped from a Victorian horror story. But nope, Florida made it legal gospel. Apparently, dying while beautifying is unholy. Who knew? It's illegal to have sex with a porcupine. Yes, this is a real law. And yes, it was made because someone tried it. We don't want to know the details. We just want to move on and bleach our brains. It's illegal to feed alligators. This is one law that actually makes sense, but it's only weird because Florida had to spell it out. Like, who in their right mind is tossing Pop-Tarts to dinosaurs with teeth? No tossing dwarfs in bars. This law was passed to shut down dwarf tossing contests. Yes, that was a real thing happening in Florida bars. This state is like a Mad Lib of chaos. Failure to tell your neighbor their house is on fire is a misdemeanor. In Florida, you legally have to notify your neighbor if their house is burning down. Which seems like something you do anyway? But, okay, fine. Thanks for legislating common sense. You can't break more than 3 dishes per day, or 4 on Sundays. This sounds like it came straight from the Cracker Barrel employee handbook. Either way, Florida has a hard limit on how many plates you're allowed to Hulk smash in a 24-hour period, especially on Sunday. Don't push it. You may not kiss your wife's breasts. Yep, an old law still technically on the books. Florida out here trying to criminalize married second base. Someone take this state's legislative pen away. It's illegal to fish while driving across a bridge. You can fish, you can drive. But if you combine the two like some redneck multitasking superhero, you're committing a crime. Who needs logic when we have laws? No selling oranges on the sidewalk in Miami, in the orange capital of the country, selling oranges on the street? Forbidden. Big Citrus doesn't play. Welcome to Miami, home of the fruit black market. You must have a license to be a fortune teller in some cities. Florida. You can wrestle an alligator on meth, but don't you dare read tarot cards without a government permit. Priorities, people. Priorities. So there you have it, 20 laws from Florida that are so dumb you'd think they were written by a committee of raccoons high on bath salts. And yet, they're real. Florida doesn't just break the rules. It makes the rules weird in the first place. If you thought these were wild, wait till we dig into the legal madness of other states. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're into this kind of chaos, and let me know in the comments which of these laws deserves a dramatic reenactment. Because only in Florida can a goat, a G-string, and a parking meter all end up in court together.